Hello to you. I wish to speak about this freedom lifestyle thing that I'm doing. So if you're interested, thank you for being here. We're gonna pull up a nice spot by the pool next to my smoothie, my water. I'm gonna place you right in front of my water. And I thought we'd have a little chat today about what a freedom lifestyle really is. There's a lot of information floating around about create your freedom lifestyle, buy my course, and then you'll be free, and all that fun jazz, which is just that, fun jazz. We get to connect deeply with those who are doing the things we want to do and creating the life that we wish to create for ourselves. And there's so much value in that, because who you're connected to allows opportunities to flow your way, and it's really just expanding our net upon which we can gain knowledge and information and insights, and it's really powerful. And I too will one day make a course. Until then, though, I'm here sharing this knowledge with you in this way at this time, and I think there's an inherent value to this free expression that is my current way. Yeah. So I'll speak about where I'm at in my life, and if that resonates for you, cool. And if there's something that you're curious about in my life, feel free to ask. I am an open book. We can connect literally anytime you want. My Instagram is where I'm generally most of the time that I'm online, but I am also diving into the YouTube format. So, alas, here we are. And yeah, I decided long ago that I want to live my life in such a way that feels free all the time. And I feel like I am doing that. I'm here at this beautiful house, and I am dog sitting a beautiful dog, which we passed her on the way here, but I didn't show you her. But if you want to see, then definitely check out my stories on my Instagram and all that. It's all there. I really like making reels too. I think they're really fun, short little videos, so you can check those out. They're all my creations, and I think that that's the beautiful part about the freedom lifestyle, is that understanding that you are creating your life, your way, and the creations that pour out of us when we are in a place of safety, stability, and directionality. Our expressions are very powerful. I can relay an emotional experience to you through my expression. And so all of these are very intertwined for me. Feeling safe and stable enough to open myself up. When I open myself up, I'm able to express what is real for me, from my heart to yours. And that itself is an act of creation. So that's the full circle there between feeling good and creating from that place of feeling good within yourself. And the more we create, the more we feel good, so it creates this loop for ourselves. There are many loops that us humans can find ourselves in with our minds creating our reality around us. Sometimes we might feel like we're treading water endlessly, going nowhere, and I know that feeling, and it's really not a nice place to be. And that's a loop that we can get stuck in. but we also have the ability to take ourselves out of that loop and create another loop for ourselves, one that we are funneling our energy back into ourselves. So as I create and serve from that place of alignment and authenticity from myself, I am nourishing myself and receiving what I need. So this is the loop that I've created. I'm creating content to support myself, and by creating the content and supporting myself, like that's the loop I'm in, it feels like. And the more I'm conscious of it, the more that I can do that consciously. And then it brings in this realm of manifestation, which I also want to talk about, because I feel like a freedom lifestyle really does involve this level of conscious creation, which is manifestation. It's here into the physical. Consciously, we can do that. Unconsciously, we're doing that all the time. We're always thinking things and having ideas, and the way that we move through the world is creating these loops and these interactions that cause loops for others and for all of life. And as much as this might feel tangenty, I do feel the underlying truth of the matter is you can create the life that you want. And it might take doing something that you've never done before, you've never tried before, you've never seen was actually possible. And it might take a bit of inspiration, like someone coming into your world and saying, well, I wanted that house and I went out and bought it. And then you're like, oh, we can do that? Like, we can just go and buy a house? I'm gonna do that too. So I'm gonna save up my money to do that. Money. I feel like this is also a very important topic in terms of the freedom lifestyle that I speak of. How do we make money? And that's why all these courses come in that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. Courses that show you ways to make money doing what you love, which is phenomenal. And if you feel called to one of those, I highly encourage you to take the leap and to do it. Do the thing that you are feeling most aligned with. And there are so many ways, and I am discovering these ways as I go about my life. I had a friend tell me that she watches houses and dogs and cats and gets to live in these like mansions all over Toronto, and she's a psychotherapist too. And I was like, what? Those are two of the most incredible things I'd ever heard. You're helping people, you're making money by helping people to feel good about themselves. That's psychotherapy. Helping people to come into a place of acceptance for all that they are. I definitely resonate with that. I love connecting with people, and I love diving deep into like what you might feel is stopping you or preventing you from moving forward in your life. So I'm big on that. I love psychology. I love like the one-on-ones. So I was like, okay, you're already doing that one thing that like I know I'm working towards. And the other thing, in the meantime, you're getting to stay in really phenomenal spaces and enjoy the luxuries of life, and hang out with dogs and cats, and what? That's freaking cool. So I was like, I want to do that. And lo and behold, I went searching for a way and found out that there's a platform that offers connections between those who are looking for someone to watch their dog and those who want to watch someone's dog. And I have landed myself at this grand house in a beautiful part of town that my family actually lives in this town too. So I'm really close to them. And there's this awesome pool that I get to invite my family to and allow those I love to enjoy the luxuries of life that I've brought into my world, and allowed me to enter into these spaces that feel extraordinary. There's a trampoline in the back there too. There's a trampoline. And I love movement. I love jumping. I love freeing myself in this way of expression. And lastly, I am working towards every day I'm working towards it. I am creating a collective for all of us to come together to experience the pleasurable states that I've been able to bring into my awareness through modalities such as free movement expression and ecstatic dance and yoga and really just playful interactions with the space around me and my body. And I love listening to music. I love feeling life around me. I love nature. I love loving. And I love taking stock of the things that I love and being grateful for them so that I bring more of those into my life. And so, yeah, I feel like this whole video is basically me expressing how I choose to live in a way that feels free. And I'm not one for telling people how to live their lives. I really don't believe in that. I think that we're all here and we're all free to choose, and there's been so much exploitation of sovereignty, of that freedom sovereignty, that I just don't wish to contribute to that. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to love, to bring more of this amplifying force into this physical realm. I'm a lover. That's why I'm here. And that's probably why I've gravitated towards being in so many different types of relationships throughout my life, because I just want to love. So yeah, I've opened myself up to hosting an event that allows me the opportunity to connect with basically everyone that I'm connected to in a single space, everyone that I've felt love from and for. I'm facilitating a space for all of us to come together and stepping out of my comfort zone a little bit to facilitate movement practice that I've been practicing on my own very intuitively, and that's called ecstatic yoga. And yeah, I feel that flourishing and expanding and contracting and expanding, and that push and pull is very evident throughout all my experiences. I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. I am doing it. I think that flow is very much something I wish to honor. Is sometimes we feel fear, and that does not mean that we're stuck. It means that we're alive, and we have the capacity to feel fear as well as the capacity to feel love. And as soon as we recognize these two primary choices in life, we can choose in what direction we wish to go in. And there's so much to learn in both. There is so much to learn in both. And it's kind of like a dance of life. So many times I feel like I'm trying to make sense of this human experience, and then I just surrender to the bewilderment of it all, and that feels the most freeing for me. So I pass that along to you, is that wherever you are, whether you've made sense of your life and where you want to go, or you have no idea where the you're doing, going, being, just take a moment and know that it is temporary. Whatever state you're in is just a temporary manifestation of this human experience. It's always fluctuating, it's always changing. You can always become anew, and you can always go back to who you were, I guess. I don't know about that one, actually. I do feel like we're always moving forward, but we can reflect on where we were, and that adds value to our life. And then we can project ourselves into the future and envision the life that we're creating, and that adds value to our life. But I think the most important thing about a freedom lifestyle is taking stock of what's here now and what you want more of, and just feeling gratitude for that now. Honoring, okay, I want safety. In what ways am I already feeling safe? Well, I have a roof over my head. I have a bed to sleep in every night. I have supportive people around me. I live in a very safe part of the world. There's so many factors that have already contributed to me feeling safe. And so I just honor those here and now. I am nourished. I'm happy. And I'm sad sometimes. And I love the human experience for what it offers through all of this. I'm going to keep this video going as I nourish myself, because I feel like it's very important to honor all parts of the human experience. So I look around and I'm grateful for the abundance of nature that has provided the ingredients for this nourishment that is going into this physical body, allowing me to give back to the physical world around me and create that loop that I was speaking of. It's always an energetic exchange between all facets of life, and that's why we're here. And we can honor the unity of it all, or we can go into the segregations and the like individualities and the distinctions. And so if I do that, I can say this is a giant smoothie. This is one smoothie. But within this smoothie, there is homemade granola made by a sweet soul that has entered my life recently. Blueberries that were picked, that were grown, picked, and brought to a grocery store. The whole process there is very intricate. I have washed and put into the smoothie mangoes, the whole process there's a whole process. They're frozen mangoes. And banana, the whole process of the banana coming to this space in front of me, really. And the milk is soy milk. I don't know much about soy, but they had it here, and my girl Jules says it's delicious, so I trust that it's good. And all the ingredients, I honor them in their individuality and in their integration of this smoothie. I thank the source of life, the force of life that flows through me and the smoothie and every bit of life that exists around me. I thank the water that is behind the phone right now and also making up like 70% of my body, if not more. And I honor the space in between it all. Aho! Mm. 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 Human beings inherently move towards pleasure and away from pain. But in pain there's growth, and in pleasure there's growth. And in pain there's comfort, and in pleasure there's comfort. There's always this, like DNA strands weaving into each other. And there's so much intricacy in this human experience. But there's also so much simplicity. It's a paradox. But it's a unified paradox. And I love it. So, if you want to feel free, this whole thing has come up to this main point. If you want to feel free now, choose freedom now. Thanks for tapping in. I'm gonna go take off all my clothes and jump in the pool now. And then I'm gonna drink the rest of my smoothie. I love you. Thanks for being here with me. It means more to me than you may know. Maybe this means more to you than I may know. Let's just go around and make each other feel good and share what we know and express how we feel and what we think and see and perceive and get to experience in this divine human incarnation. Thank you. I love you. Mwah. Bye for now. See you next time.